Guys, we are going to be making an animal cookie cake. The iced animal cookies is what we're going to be using. I've already got the flour, salt, and baking powder mixed together in a bowl separately. Here we are going to beat together in a separate container 3/4 cup of unsalted room temperature butter, 1½ cups of sugar, and 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And you want to beat that until it's light in color and fluffy, so about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, the end result should look something like this. Next we are going to add 4 large eggs and mix it completely, scraping the sides as needed. You should get something that looks like this. We're going to keep the blender going and we're going to add half of our dry mix. It should be a thick consistency. Now we're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 1/4 cup of milk. Stopping to scrape the sides, of course. Now we are going to add the remaining amounts of the dry mixture. Now we are going to add half of our batter into a round pan, and the other half we're going to put the food coloring in. You can use gel or liquid, so that we'll have a white cake and a pink cake. And this is what we look like. You want to smooth it over as best as you can. And we're going to bake this at 350 for 30 to 35 minutes, or until the toothpick comes out clean. While the cake is baking, I'm going to go ahead and start the filling. I need 2½ cups of animal cookie crumbs, not to be confused with the 15 animal cookies crumbled. So I'm making the crumbs right now. I usually just put them in a thing and I bang them up until they're really at a thin consistency. So I'm going to continue to do that, and then I'm going to get my animal cookies crumbled up separately, and I will continue with the mixing it together part. So these are my crumbs and these are my crumbled. First we're going to beat half a cup of butter until it's smooth, and then we're going to add in our crumbs. Really ain't that much. Now we're going to add 1 cup of powdered sugar and mix that up. That's what that looks like. And now I'm going to add 7 or 8 tablespoons of milk and mix that up. And that's what that looks like. Now we're going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then we'll mix that up and add a pinch of salt. And that's that. We have a kind of creamy consistency. I'm going to add another tablespoon or 2 of milk, since I'm going to be stirring in these cookie crumbles. And this is our filling. You can see it's got the chunks of the cookie in it. Now I'm going to make the white chocolate buttercream. You want to add 1½ cups of butter and smooth it out. And then we're going to have 3 different sections we're going to add of the chips, which is 12 ounces melted, which I've already melted. We're going to add that in 3 sections. After we add the first section, we're going to mix it together, and then we're going to add 2 cups of our powdered sugar, or I'm sorry, 3 cups. Then we're going to add a pinch of salt and 3 4 tablespoons of whipping cream, and then we'll add the other 3 cups of our powdered sugar. This is after we added the melted white chips to our butter. We have a nice smooth consistency. We added it in 3 different sections and mixed it because we wanted to avoid any lumps. Now we'll move on with adding half of the powdered sugar. And that's what that looks like. Now we will add about 3 or 4 tablespoons of our whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. And then we'll add the sugar, the rest of the 3 cups of powdered sugar, 6 cups total, and then we'll smooth it out. Alright, so the next thing we're going to do here is we're going to cut these right into the center, so then we would have 4 rounds. So that's what I'm going to do now. Now that I have my 4, I'm going to even out the top because it's kind of risen on one side more than the other on both of these. Now we're going to build. We're going to start off with a pink layer, and we're going to put that on our plate. Now we're going to add some of our filling, about 3/4 of a cup. Then we'll put a white layer, add more filling, pink layer, more filling, and then we'll top it off with the white cake. And that's what I'm going to do now, and then I'll finish it off with the buttercream icing and stuff like that. And we'll see. Now we are going to add the buttercream icing on the top. Well, and on the sides, the top and the sides. Next step is to pour your red or pink, whatever you decided to use, over the top and let it drizzle over the sides. You could take your spatula and get any excess off. Of course, I need to clean up this bottom. Now, after this, I'm going to take my bag with my piece in it to make the edges. That's what I'm going to do now with the buttercream icing. Okay, this is where I'm at. I've squirted I got the flowers on the top, the sprinkles on the sides. I accidentally did those in reverse, so what you want to do is after you get the white icing on, you'll want to put the sprinkles on the bottom and then pour the red over the top. That way the red drips will drip over the sprinkles and you won't have like more of a mess to clean up. But that's where I'm at right now. All I got to do is really place the cookies on the top of the flowers, and that's it.